PJ, as asked you last time, everyone's talked about your leadership this year. When you guys heard the news about Lively, just what was your message to the team?
Obviously, it's devastating losing a player like that for a couple months. But like I said, the whole season, at the end of the day, I mean, right now it's next man up mentality, and everybody has to come ready to play each and every night. With that being said, I mean, obviously it's sad news, but we just got to keep going.
You led the team in field goal attempts tonight. Do you feel an extra sense to be ultra aggressive on offense right now?
I mean, definitely. Got to find a way to score and keep us in it, and just be aggressive and find ways to get baskets. Yeah.
In terms of just the 3-point shooting, it's tough for you guys in Charlotte the other night. You know, kind of a tough night again from behind the arc. What are you just seeing there in terms of the looks you guys are getting?
I think it's some of the same looks we've been getting all year. Sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't. But we work on it every day. We're not worried about it. They're going to fall. We just have to keep taking the right ones, getting in the paint, kicking it out to each other, and just playing that way.
PJ, I know you guys always say next man up mentality, but how difficult is it to go to war without half your team?
It's tough. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not going to lie. But we got to do it. I mean, this is what we signed up for. There are no excuses. We're all pros. So we just got to go out there and handle business.
What do you guys got to do to handle business tomorrow night?
Defend, don't foul, get on transition, take care of the ball, and just be together.
I think, go ahead.
PJ, you know, you guys talk next man up, but do you ever have a moment when you look back at the bench and you see Luka and Lively and Clay and 3-4 other guys in street clothes, and you're just like, how did we get here?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's part of the game. Obviously, we deal with injuries. Every team goes through this, so you hate to see your team go through this, obviously, but there's nothing we could do about it. We just have to go out there and play, no matter who's on the floor, and just have the mentality of trying to go out there and win.
A little more to that. I think Kyrie said last week, it's just not going to be the perfect season. Is that kind of, you just have to accept that of like, this is what we have to deal with, and we just got to find a way. I mean, what's just the mentality?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the great thing about it. We can find a way to win with the group we do have. Everybody just has to lock in, pay attention to detail, and we can't really have mistakes. I thought in the fourth quarter, we let a lot of easy baskets get away from us. As far as offensive rebounding, we gave up too many in the fourth, and those costed us. So just little plays like that. I mean, if we take those away, we obviously win this game. So that's devastating.
With those offensive rebounds, is that something that to some extent, like what can you do better there, especially when you guys are doubling Ant, and so you've obviously got rotations and you're running across the court. How do you do better in those situations when it's already an accepted scramble situation?
We all five have to come back and rebound, especially right now. Especially with our small lineups, we got to put a body on somebody, box out, and just got to want it more at the end of the day.
PJ, back at the time of training camp and kind of media day, you told us some of the biggest things that you worked on over the summer was your playmaking, your ball handling, and your play in transition. How do you feel that you've grown in that area this season, as we saw tonight, compared to the beginning of the year?
I feel like I've grown a lot. I feel like I'm a lot more comfortable handling the ball in space, being able to tag, being able to make plays, and I just feel a lot more comfortable bringing the ball up.
That bump layup that you use often in transition, what goes into that move and kind of when you want to use it or when you want to pass out of it?
It just depends. If there is no help, I'm going to go up with it, and whenever the help comes, just try to find an open man. Just making simple reads, something I've been working on in the offseason as well, credit to Coach Sam. So just trying to play through that and obviously just work that in between the games.
With Luka out, handling the ball is something you're naturally going to do more. Does that excite you, getting to handle the ball more and show off your full game right now?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's something I've been working on, so I'm excited to go out there and do it. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything without a win. So the main thing is winning, and we just got to find a way to do that.
PJ, Coach Kidd talked before and after this game about how the depth of this team is really a strength. He said just now it's the best depth he's had since he's been here. Do you think about, if you guys can get whole, how special this team can be?
Yeah, obviously it's a long season. We have a lot more games left. Guys are going to be coming back from injury pretty soon, so the season's not over at all, and we have a lot more to show. So once guys get healthy, we can start rolling again. But right now, we just got to keep fighting each and every night.
PJ, going into tomorrow night, the Thunder, y'all played them in the playoffs. y'all played them just over the last week with an intense win and a couple scuffles. Could you talk a little bit about what that rivalry means? And is there a sense in the locker room, like this is a rivalry, this is something that is forming?
I'll just look at it as another team that we have to go out there and try to beat. Obviously, they're one of the best teams in the league right now. They have a lot of great players. But at the end of the day, there's just another opponent we just have to go out there and handle business with. With that being said, I don't got nothing else to say about them. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
You said before the game, hey, judge us on our energy, our effort.
Yeah.
Think about that tonight.
It was great. We played hard. We gave ourselves a chance to win that game. Just a couple small things there late in the game. If down one, come up with a rebound, maybe it's different. Kai has a good look at the three, comes up short, but I thought the guys who played hard. We kept fighting and put ourselves in a position to win that game.
You guys had a ton of these games where you're right there in the end, but what would you say was the difference tonight? Was it their free throw shooting, or was it the lack of perimeter shooting on you guys?
Yeah, they had 34 free throws, and we're attacking the paint, and we only got to the line 19 times. So we got to continue to keep attacking until the whistle's blown. But they stepped up and made their free throws. I think they were 30 for 34. But again, just coming down a stretch, you gotta be perfect if you're down. And unfortunately, we just couldn't get a rebound. We kept playing and kept fighting, and found ourselves in that game. And so the energy and effort, as you asked the first question, was at a high. Everybody that played tonight, and there was a lot of guys who played.
How much of the not getting the rebound is that you guys sent doubles at Anthony Edwards, and what is that, on one hand, you want to double Edwards and force them to pass, on the other hand, it could lead to.
Yes. Yeah, that's a very good point. When you talk about, a double team, you're going to give up something size-wise, and Edwards is the priority. He's so good. And so we wanted someone else to score it, and they found a way to get the rebound. They're late on his miss. And so just understanding, we just got to, as small as we got to fight. We got to, until they call or until you foul out, we got to use our fouls, or we got to be a little bit more physical. But I thought the group, again, energy and effort was high, and we fought to the end and just came up short.
What do you like about what you saw out of Maxey? How aggressive he was on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, he's great. He's on a minute restriction. We can play him 15 minutes, and so we try to use every minute that we can, or every second, wisely. Again, he's been great on this restriction, and so his ability to set screens, his ability to play defense, his ability to score for us was really high for us today. But he's been playing like that here of late, and we're going to continue to need him while we're shorthanded.
Coach PJ had a team leading 22 field goal attempts tonight. He was very aggressive. He had 30 points as well. How important is it for him just to be aggressive with all these injuries and everything going on?
Yeah, I think he's been aggressive since the season started, and he was aggressive tonight. And I thought him and Kai, set the tone for us, and we need one of those guys to go big, and they both went big tonight. And so, again, we just need someone else to chip in. We had great looks. I thought Kai made some great passes when he got, to the rim. And so those shots hopefully go down tomorrow night.
Jason, you see that effort that you talked about overall from this team. They get the news about Derek earlier today officially. Do you feel like that kind of galvanizes this group when they get news like that to really pick up the slack?
I think this group has been faced with a lot of injuries, and I think they're just used to it. It's just the norm. And so hopefully that norm changes where the injuries go away. But this next man up mentality, and give the group credit. They're prepared. They continue to keep working. And when their name is called, I thought B. Will was great for us tonight. In one of our two ways, I thought he was positive. His energy, he was aggressive. I thought Kessler and Omax were good. And so just shows the development of being ready, and those guys are ready. And so we got to find a way to win. We just have come up short here of late.
You mentioned the depth in pregame when we talked to you. Do you feel like this depth of this roster is as good as any you've had here?
Yeah, it's by far the best team depth-wise that we've had. It's just it's been stretched a little bit here of late. And so, but no one's complaining. We got to go and play the schedule, and the goal is to find a way to win. And right now we're just coming up short. But in that locker room, there's a lot of fight, a lot of character. As you saw tonight, the energy and effort, and that's what we measure everyone on. And again, we're going to have to find that tomorrow night in Oklahoma City.
You seeing Omax's first start of the season?
I thought he was good. I thought he was live. His energy, his effort, being able to give us rebounds, toughness. I thought he did a really good job.
You guys are gonna be without Derek for a few weeks here. You know, how does that just impact you guys as a team?
It's our big fella, man in the middle. One of our bigs, and we're gonna miss him. So just want to get healthy, take his time, do what's best for him, figure it out as a team.
You said a couple of days ago, I think, hey, this is just not gonna be a perfect season. How does this team?
Verbatim?
I don't know, maybe paraphrasing.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah, that
something
sounds like a
that.
great paraphrase.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's verbatim. But yeah, were you asking? I'm sorry.
I was just
wanna
gonna
make
say,
sure.
how do you guys, I guess, push forward these next few weeks, with all the bodies you got out?
Yeah, no, it's gonna be tough, man. The human emotions start settling in. It's nothing like, finding out you're waking up from your nap or you're waking up from great rest and you find out your big fella is gonna be out for however long, right? But we gotta adjust, and that's gonna be the sentiment, man. That's gonna be the same vocabulary I'm gonna be using over and over. Hopefully, guys don't get tired of it. But it's gonna be next man up. We're just gonna have to figure it out. We got a lot of guys playing. That coming into the season, we knew they were going to be impactful, but we didn't think they were going to be probably starting games or this is the lineup that we're going to have. It's just that part of the game where you got to adjust and be very mature about how you prepare and how you approach it, and just don't lose your joy for the game and lose your love, because especially me speaking, I'm going to be dealing with some of the best defenders, double teams and stuff like that. But I welcome all that. It's a healthy challenge, but I'm looking forward to the other side of leadership, which is making do with who we have in the locker room and staying positive. So I'm excited, man.
A lot of people on the outside are probably going to be looking to the future when Luka comes back, when Lively comes back, etc. But I guess how do you as a group kind of stay present in this moment?
It's our job, man. If we don't stay present, or if we don't put our best foot forward, we're going to get blown out every game, man. And we've seen a couple teams kind of just throw in the towel early in the season. But for us, even like you saw tonight, we're never give up type of team. We have that mentality. Anytime I'm in the lineup or anybody else is in the lineup, we feel like we have a great chance to win. It's the toughest league in the world, but this is what comes with the job, man. This is what the expectations are. We still got to raise our level and just be there for each other a little bit more. And our margin for error is a little bit smaller, but that's okay as well, man. These guys are going to grow up, and I know that everybody on the outside is going to be looking towards the future and whatever they feel, but for us, we just got to focus on what we got going on in this locker room and maintain our goals, man, which is continue to get better. And we were screaming championship about 2 months ago. That's still in the back of our mind, but we would love to go at it with a healthy group. And if we don't get a chance to do that for the next month or the next few weeks, then just got to adjust, man.
You got OKC again. You just saw them last week. What are you expecting tomorrow night?
All out blitz, all out warfare. Anytime we go against OKC, playing against a top MVP candidate like Shea and his team, it's gonna be a great competitive challenge, man. So I'm looking forward to it.
Is it back to back and play for you?
TBD. TBD, man. Great question. TBD.
How is the back, the ongoing management involved with that?
No, it's going well, man. My back feels great. God willing, just that stays consistent, and I'm just gonna continue to do the little things I've been doing, man, in the weight room to maintain my health and just making sure I'm giving myself a great chance to sustain the health instead of just throwing myself out there just like a renegade, man.
We got to see a few minutes from Kessler tonight. I know you may not be with him day in and day out, but what have you seen from him from the veterans' perspective this season?
I would say he's thrown in the fire right now, or throwing the deep end of the water. So he's adjusting to our pace, adjusting to our rhythm, adjusting to how we kind of do things as a team, just our fluidity. He's been with the team, but obviously he's been back and forth. But now that he's getting minutes, and they're meaningful minutes, just in the flow of the game, he's got to think the game at higher level, and we're expecting him to do that. And this is, again, part of our young guys growing up, and on the other side of leadership, me just staying positive and encouraging them through all their mistakes or things that may come up, and I'm expecting them to cut back door. I'm expecting them to give me the ball back. we just got to log in minutes together, and hopefully we'll be fine moving forward.
I know it's like secondary to everything that's going on, but you've hit a couple milestones.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I'm excited about that.
Let's
Seriously.
talk about just, all the trials and tribulations.
I was about to drop a tear, bro. No cap. No cap. I was about to drop a tear, man. If anybody, I know you guys are familiar with my story, but, just the past few years, man, the games that I've missed and the injuries, and I feel like I should have been at 18,000 a long time ago. But again, that's all God's plan, so I'm not ever going to question it. But I'm grateful, man. When I heard that, I was like, wait, I've reached 18,000? It's a lot of points in the best league in the world for a 6'1" guard like myself, right? I'm 6'1", even though I'm 6'3" listed, right? I want to be 6'1" now. I want to be a small guard. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 6'1". Absolutely, that's what I'm saying.
Stretch four.
Yeah, that's stretch four. You know it. But I'm excited to celebrate not only with myself selfishly, right? But it's just like with my family because they've been right there with me. And some guys never get a chance to even reach 10,000 or 5,000, and I just feel like I'm representing the guys who came before me, and I've looked up to them so much. And to be peers with some of the guys I'm still playing with when I came into the league, and they're still climbing up the ladder, they're motivating me, and I think that's what this league is about. There's a lot of greatness that you kind of rubs off on you, and you want to stay in the game, you want to stay around it, whether it be playing or coaching. But when you get a chance to still play and do it at a high level, and you're reaching marks to some of the greatest to ever do it, something special, man. So I don't take it for granted at all, and I'm grateful for my teammates, all my coaches along the way, even though we still have milestones to climb. I'm going to give my little reflection speech right now. I'm thankful to everybody because couldn't have done it without them. But, yeah, grateful.
Kyrie.
Next question.
Okay.
Kyrie, I was just gonna ask you what you thought of PJ Washington's development recently and him handling the ball a whole lot tonight, being aggressive, getting to the rim. What'd you think about his game tonight and just his play overall recently?
Yeah, I feel like he was taking a lot of notes from our finals last year and our playoffs and seeing the way that some of the best teams in the league guarded him and guarded us as a group. When he's making plays in the paint like that and he's able to pass out or get easy basket, makes a huge difference for us. So he's getting better. The ball is in his hands a lot more, and you can see me and him kind of developing that I don't want to say 1-2 punch, but we're developing that chemistry that we need, especially down the stretch or in games like we have now where, majority of the scoring is going to come on our responsibility. So grateful that he's taken the challenge this year and been healthy and been able to carry us through games, and just got to stay consistent with him, man. So stay healthy. Appreciate you. See you in OKC.